Just had some hamburger. So yeah, I started this my second year of community college. The engine's written in Java with a JPanel, JFrame interface. All of the assets I created myself. I created the idea when I was like 18 or so. The concept is just like a platformer with a guy on a pogo stick. There was like a game called like Gorilla Pogo or something that came out, and I was like, damn, same idea. So this has been in development for a while. We just haven't actually been able to release it or anything like that. It's just been me working on it for the majority of the time. So it's kind of just, silly enemy choices. This is like a ripoff of the Daleks from Doctor Who. This is the second level. As you can tell, this was like, one of my very first, game ventures. So it's a little bit rusty, not very well polished. But as the game progresses, it gets a little bit more well done, I guess. Yeah, so the music just cut out. I put the audio in loop, and the time between the actual, sound effects is actually a pretty significant gap. I figured the clown music might get a little bit boring after a little while. Aw, shit, I died. So yeah, this music is courtesy of a licensed-free soundtrack. Pretty exactly where I got the .wav file, but I'm almost positive that I won't have to worry about any kind of licensing. I just gotta actually say who wrote the file. So yeah, I'll put that in the credits later. So yeah, to complete this level, you kind of have to get all the pieces of a rocket ship to break the stratosphere or something like that. I don't really know. I just kind of wanted to extend the progression of this level in case a player didn't collect all of the items. So there's the launch pad, and that should be the last piece of the rocket. Yep. Yeah, so originally the background texture was just completely the same color, monotone or something like that. And I don't really like the way it looked. It was just kind of like a brown background. So this is like Candy Mountain, kind of like a parody of, Charlie the Unicorn. And so yeah, you have to sacrifice unicorns to fill that meter in the right-hand side of the screen. So it's like a similar concept of level progression where like you need to complete some kind of tasks before you can progress. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, each level you get like a new power up. So in the last level it was a super jump where you press space, and now it's the little light shield that reflects these lasers. Yeah, so those are just basically damaged sponges, so I'm gonna try to take out this unicorn by jumping on it. There we go. So believe it or not, one of the trickiest aspects of, creating a game, at least for me at first, was just the scrolling and transition from the actual pixel moving and the background moving. Because based on certain positions on the screen, you have to decide like, hey, it's going to move to the left, or hey, the actual character is going to move. So a lot of times what would happen is the platforms would get misaligned, or the character wouldn't stop, or it would make the gameplay more clunky. But enough of that. I mean, that's just like game development woes. I'm sure everyone has to deal with that on one aspect or another. So yeah, most of these enemies respawn, so like, if you need to use them for like a boost, they usually just like appear after they've been killed. Which can be a little bit surprising, because like they just randomly appear on screen like code character. So yeah, people have told me that this rainbow lollipop is not very, shall we say, appropriate, but it was completely unintentional. It was just the way that I, drew the picture. So since I've already ripped off Charlie the Unicorn, Daleks, and everything else, I decided to copy one more thing. If you are a old school PS2 gamer, you might get the reference of this circular shape. Oh shit, I died. Alright, well I'm gonna pause and go back to the same location. Yeah, so those darn unicorn lasers, they get you when you least expect it. So I actually find that section to be like the most difficult in like the majority of the game because the timing is very critical. I made it look easy, but it's not. Shit. Alright, well, I want to pause the game and go back to where I was. Okay, so this shield might help me out. Basically gives me like a second chance. Okay, this unicorn's toast. One more to go, and the level should be complete. So I think the corner is supposed to be like a pagan stone pillar. It's kind of blocked off by everything else, but that's supposed to be the portal to Pasta Purgatory? No, wait, no, Pasta Heaven, which is the final level of the game. Looks like I'm having some technical difficulties. I will be back once the actual level is running. Okay, I got it up and running again. Turns out it was just an image address error. So, in the final level, you're kind of just going through this like fake cloud world, and there's a couple bosses, which this is my first time around actually like programming AI for bosses, so most of it is just kind of like sporadically generating collision objects that like kill your player. Case in point, these spears, like little to no real targeting, so these enemies are kind of just like there for show. Unfortunately, they don't provide much of a challenge. They're kind of like just SpaghettiOs with pirate hats. So if you haven't actually been following the development of Pogo Master, then I'll just leave the final boss up to your imagination for right now. So yeah, that was like a really crude version of like the truth from FMA. My animation skills are not the best, especially at this time. You know, the time that I actually made this game. I've improved a little bit. Yeah, I was looking at it and kill me. So I have this theory that a lot of cartoons, especially like in, you know what? This is completely unrelated. I'm gonna cut this portion out. Yeah, the memory consumption on this is very significant. I have like entire like 1200 by like 1600 PNG files just pasted in this like console window. A word to the wise for like you know, beginning game developers: do everything procedurally. Like if you don't actually need to have the image drawn to the canvas, don't draw it to the canvas. Just wait till it actually shows up in the scroll. That's not to say you shouldn't have like an image cache though. Like you definitely should, you know, cut up your sprite sheets and have all of the actual like container files in one set place. It's just your game will probably be laggy and run slow if it has to like render a bunch of graphics off screen, or you know, a very significant image that you know, you only actually see a small portion of. So this is where it gets a little interesting. This is the first and only sub-boss of the game. I actually had to like weaken it by a decent amount, just because it made it like a really difficult task to overcome right before the main last boss. So really the only way to injure it is to use the light shield after you've been stuck with a couple of those little like mines. Yeah, that's my housemate. I gotta pause for a sec. Yeah, man, I don't know why I keep on doing that. I could have sworn that I turned off the stove. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna die here. Alright, looks like you're gonna get to see the last boss of my game. It's actually pretty difficult, so if you don't see the ending, then, oh well. So yeah, to hurt it, you kind of have to just like drill through the pasta monster's head. Shit. So in case you don't know, the Flying Spaghetti Monster is just kind of like a made-up god that's supposed to, well, the origins was just kind of like trying to, let biology teachers teach evolution in class. It's a long story, but that's kind of how it started. So it looks like it's summoning its horde of Spaghettio angels, I guess. Yeah, I died. Okay, so this is my last chance. Hopefully I will be able to take this guy down. Okay, so I lost. I'm gonna go back to the exact moment when I fought the boss, and then hopefully this time I'll win. Oh, just in case you wanted to see my score, actually, you know what, who cares? So yeah, this is a kind of difficult game. To actually win takes a couple tries. Even for someone who's, been playing it a while. Shit. Well, it took me a couple tries, but I actually beat it. Okay, well, this is the ending video. Thanks for watching. So I will be uploading the source code to my GitHub account. It's still a little buggy. There's a couple versions out there, but I think letting people actually see the source code would be good for a lot of novices who want to make games using Java. I'd actually advise, if you want to get your game out there, to specialize more in Flash, but hindsight's 2020. So Jimmy is defeated by the Flying Spaghetti Monster and hurled down to Pasta Purgatory. Yeah, so the Flying Spaghetti Monster has like 14 hits before it's down for the count. Halfway through, it changes up its AI and it starts like moving faster and more erratically, and some of the special attacks get adjusted. It's kind of just like a random event once you actually attack the boss, and then it uses one of its techniques. And it has logic implemented where it won't necessarily repeat moves that it's used multiple occasions. Yeah, so this is like crude animation. I'm not the best at like drawing stuff frame by frame. Alright, thanks again. So, there is two modes to this game. There is regular, and there's also time attack, which kind of just loops over once you've actually beat the last boss. You start over at the first level. Like I said, I will be updating the files, and I will be sending a almost complete version up to GitHub. My GitHub account is kai.coffee.goon. You should be able to find it if you search GitHub. One of the issues that I've been having is actually getting the jar to execute the final level. I think it has something to do with the way that the sprite sheets are actually spliced and set up in the final class. It could also be because of I think that's mostly it. It's just like it creates new memory that messes with the compilation and the actual runtime of the GUI interface. Okay, well, like I said again, thanks for watching.